Um, Today's session is called Building Your Project's Website on Capacity4dev. We are here with some people from the Capacity4dev team to present to you how you can build your project on Capacity4dev with all the elements and some of the background. What are we covering today? Uh, the team. What is Capacity4dev? What is it in for you? The part that is most interesting, build your project website on Capacity4dev. Other communication and visibility opportunities. How can we help your project to have more visibility? And the next steps for creating a project at the end. So first of all, the team. We have a beautiful team that is happy to support you in different tasks, different areas according to their domain. First of all, Ariela is our coordinator from DG INPA. I think Ariela is here. Not sure she wants to present herself.
No, I don't need to present. Hello, everybody. Thank you.
Okay, we have Claudia, which is the content coordination expert. Dimitris, that is here today with us, our communication expert.
Hello, everyone.
We have Marie, our business project manager. Maria, our user support manager. Would you like to present yourself, Maria?
Hi, all. Welcome to the session.
And me, the community manager. I handle the community engagement. So if you need strategies, if you need some tips and tricks to engage more people in the platform in your space, please talk to me. Or if you need some support in general, you have the link of the address of the support mailbox here in the chat. Dimitris published it earlier. So what is Capacity4dev? Capacity4dev is the European Commission online knowledge sharing platform on international cooperation. It's an umbrella platform for INTPA, NEAR, and FBI, their funded projects and beyond. Not only their funded projects, but whatever international cooperation project you have in the world. It's for knowledge sharing, networking, connecting professionals, for capacity development. All of those things are in the platform's DNA. You can share knowledge, you can engage on discussions, you can publish about your project, you can create cross-cutting resources for many different areas of activity. And you can participate on many events that you have available in the platform. So it's a one-stop shop for a variety of functionalities. Let's go. The platform was created in 2009. And well, we have a little image here, but it looked like this before. And we revamped it in 2023 to adapt to a new system of Drupal. In December last year, we finished the long work of revamping and restructuring the site, which has more and better functionalities now. For example, you have projects and resources now available in the platform. Some of the stats, basic stats of the platform, as we have 14,000 members, 300 groups, 120 projects, 770 articles, which are produced in collaboration with our editorial team, 11,000 discussions, 407,000 events. And while we have members, those are the people that are registered in the platform. But last month, for example, we had over 20,000 visitors, and 316 new knowledge pieces published in November. So it's an active community, and It's a place for sharing. It's a place for networking, and you can do that using our specific features. So what are our main platform features? We have groups, projects, resources, and articles, but we are not including in this presentation. I just wanted to point out something. If you have questions, do not hesitate using the chat. We'll be selecting the questions to be answered at the end. And again, if someone just entered the session, the meeting is being recorded, so do not open the camera if you don't want to be part of the recording. So let's go to the main platform features. Groups basically are used for collaboration. They're dedicated spaces for the interaction among users. You can create a group about a specific topic or a specific area of intervention. This is also how the platform functions when you browse content. You can select the interest topics and interest countries. This is the first thing you do when you register in the platform. So be very aware of what you're going to select, because this is also what's going to appear on your feed in your homepage. Projects are more a static website, as we call. It's more unilateral. The organizers, the administrators of the project, they publish the information unilaterally for whoever wants to follow it. It's the main reason why we're here today, so we'll talk more about it later. And resources, finally, they are our newest feature in the platform. They were created to share a wide range of tools that are not necessarily attached to a project, that are not necessarily attached to a group, but you would like to promote in a cross-cutting way. So we have key reference materials and much more. We created this image so you can follow the logic of when you want to open a space on Capacity4dev. If you want to have interactions with members, you create a group, which can be which have different type of access of restriction. So you have public groups that are open for everyone that joins the platform or not, even people that don't join. You have restricted that are for people that have joined the platform and have specific work for a specific organization, mostly for the EU, UN. This is tracked by email. So if you have an email address from this organization and the person selected this organization in your group, that you'll be able to see the group and ask to join. And private group, finally, private groups are the ones that are completely private. They only appear to you if you are invited to it. And you have to be a member of Capacity4dev. If you want to share knowledge publicly about your project, well, you have projects and they're all public. The intention is not to hide any information. What some people do is that they also create some groups as a backlog of their project so they can have discussions about it. And if you want to share a horizontal non-thematic resource, you have resources that can also be restricted to a specific public. So what is in it for you? What is in Capacity4dev for you? Since we're here talking about mostly projects, you can build your project's website. You have many projects that create their websites throughout the internet based on funding, and when this funding is over, the project's website goes down or stays there not updated anymore. In Capacity4dev, it stays forever. You have some level of management. We'll be overviewing the spammers, for example, so it doesn't become an abandoned page where people will be publishing stuff randomly. You have partnerships for content production. in groups, in resources. You can comment on publications. You can engage and create events. And we're going to share some of the things we can do for you, but also what you can do to promote some visibility via our Capacity4dev channels on social media and for internet. So let's go for the project section. Talk about building your project's website on Capacity4dev. The main features of a project are it's an easy to build mini website, so it's very user friendly. The way you can build your own project in Capacity4dev. It works as the old blogs that everyone used from Blogspot, WordPress, just a little more advanced, more up to date. It's completely free of charge. Also, I would like to point out it's completely free of ads. It's not like on social media that you'll be navigating through a lot of ads all the time. It's open to the public, so you don't need people to join Capacity4dev to be able to see your project's website. You can customize the homepage and the menu, so it's not necessarily what we want you to display. You can choose the information that will be there and how you're going to organize it. Although it's not like groups that people can join the group, people can follow the project so they can get their updates in their email notifications. You can, inside of the project, filter the content type you would like to find. You have a library of documents you can upload and organize and track by, for example, SDGs. You can classify your project as ongoing, completed, or not started. So it will be tagged at the top of the page, and you'll be able to see and you're able to display the status of your project to the others. Those are the basic project sections, but you can customize them and eliminate them if you wouldn't like to use. So normally it comes with an overview section, an info section, a news section, a library section, and events. The info sections are like wiki pages you can construct to give more information and details about your project. You don't necessarily have to use it. Many don't do it. The news section is where you publish new elements. Is like posting, like you have in social media. So you're posting something that is going on. You like to give some visibility. You can publish directly as a new. And the library section is directly for documents, for videos, for audios you would like to upload. And the events reunites all the events you created inside of the project, but are also shareable outside of the project. Here we have a little tour of one of our most beloved programs in Capacity4dev, and I say beloved just because they are really complete. They're very active and the administrators are very active and promote their pages well. We use quite a few of our features to convey the information properly. So we use it as an example here for you. As you're seeing, as I told you, this is the library section. This is the discussion section where you can select the discussions according to what I said. News, sorry. The library is organized according to the time they were published, but you can create folders on the side. And this is how it looks like. For example, if you publish a PDF, you can scroll and navigate directly on the PDF. You don't need to download it necessarily to have access to the document. As I mentioned, is a one-stop place where you can do everything. Before I do a brief virtual tour to show you a little bit of Capacity4dev, I just wanted to mention as well how we can support you with visibility. So, as I mentioned, we, our editorial team, produce some content, which are the articles, and that can include also videos and podcasts that are published in the same category. This can be in collaboration with you. So if you think your content is relevant for the international cooperation community, you like to have some more visibility to it, get in contact with us first by our support mailbox, and we will forward your demand to the editorial team. And this is published. We have 3 articles per month. And it's the place where you have most visibility in Capacity4dev because it's the banner that stays in our homepage, so everyone sees it. It stays featured there every new article for at least a week. Also, we have our social media pages. They're very active. Many people here probably follow on LinkedIn. Dimitris select some publications from Capacity4dev kind of like organically, but if you'd like us to publish something that you have published already in our social media, you can hit us via the support mailbox as well. We can give you some visibility there. We also have a YouTube page and SoundCloud, which mostly we use for our podcasts and uploading, for example, the recording of this session on YouTube. But if ever you don't have a YouTube page and you would like to publish videos in your project, you can contact us as well to upload your video in our members channel, so you can embed it in the platform later. We also have a LinkedIn newsletter that is published monthly, and a quarterly newsletter on EC intranet. If you are on INCPA, NEAR, or FPI. So this is it. Specifically, I'm going to show you quickly a project page now, because we have time. So sharing with you. Right. Can you see my screen well?
Yes.
Yes, we can.
Perfect, thank you. So just a comment, where will you find the recording after the session? In the event. This is the old event, so just showing that I published there the last recording. So you have it here, and we will also send you a thank you note afterwards. The first thing I wanted to show is that for articles, when you go to your homepage, this is where they appear, the latest articles, the latest one. So it has this level of highlight in our page, and it provides you more visibility. So you see that there's more views than the normal publications you have throughout Capacity4dev. Now let's go to projects. What the big question I want to answer with this virtual tour is how to open a project, if you're wondering. So you go to Browse Content, Projects, and then you see here the button Create Project. You have to select, you have both options, project and program. And as I mentioned, if you have started, it's ongoing, and completed. You have to fill all the red star fields. You mark the starting date and end date. It is necessary to put some images. Here you have the sizes. And after that, please write a message to me and we'll be reviewing the project before approving them. Here, the description and the summary. The summary is basically what's going to appear on when you browse content, when you browse projects. This is the text that goes on the summary. So it's important that you don't do more than 200 characters, otherwise you won't be read by anyone. The description, know that you can edit it later. Also the summary, you can edit it later. This is the first description, so we know what you are publishing uphand. But after we approve the project, it will stay in draft and you can edit again. At this first moment, you won't be able to edit the pages. You will be just creating a project. But after you have published your first project, for example, project is very complete. This is what you're going to see. These are the tabs that I mentioned that you can manage them, eliminate them, make others appear according to other links, and structure your information however you find more suitable. Here, for example, you have in the library some folders. The documents appear here by recently published, but you can also organize other ways. And as I mentioned, you can select by topic, SDG, country, or content type. Yes. Another thing I would like to show you is about following a project. This is the button that you see in every page that you have while navigating through a project. Just click the follow button and you'll be able to see on your profile. So if you go to my profile, here it will be the things that you're following. So it's a way of going back easily to it without having to type the whole name of the project again. Also, this will be in your notifications that you receive by email, not the project itself, but whenever you have, for example, news published inside of your project. In this case, just to go through the last thing, to configure your notifications, you go to my profile, and then my settings. And by the end, you have notifications and how often you like to receive them. So they are by default weekly, but you can select daily if you are very motivated, and or monthly or never. So that's about it for the virtual tour. Do we have questions so far?
We do have a couple of questions in the chat. Perhaps speakers can take the floor also to ask the questions themselves. We have time. I see we're good with time. I see that John and Neil have dropped 2 questions.
Maybe Jean?
Maybe with Neil, yes, or with John. Neil is going to be shorter, I think. She's asking whether she can produce multilingual project pages so that users see in their preferred language. That would be the first question.
Yes. So for now, Capacity4dev is in English. It's for next year, we will have the translation to Spanish and French. And for the other languages, the other EU languages, you'll be able to translate by machine translation. In the meantime, we have many projects that are already published in French and Spanish. So although the platform will be in English, the content that you publish in it can be in another language. Feel free to navigate this way.
Can I just ask a question right now? Just
Sure.
a clarification.
Yes, sure. Go ahead. We have a lot of time.
So I'm working on a sort of bilingual project, so West Africa region, and everything I'm producing is going to be in English and in French. So is there an option to see one or the other, or do you have to see both languages? If I do, say, post, would I be better advised to do it in two languages because there isn't an option to turn one off and the other on?
I understand. Thank you, Catherine, for your contribution. For now, we don't have this option, so you would have to publish 2 times. Like if you have an info page, you publish 1 time in English and 1 time in Spanish. What was the language you
French and English.
French and English. All right.
Yeah.
So yeah, 1 page for each, and same for documents. You can put in brackets EN, FR.
Sure. Okay.
And you'll be yes, you like the other EU websites. You'll be you have this option to translate the page or to have the version. But this will be displayed next year. Thank you. So the question from Jean, can we understand that our 2 INTPA branding teams? Jean, would you like to explain your question? Otherwise, we have the Capacity4dev team. Oh, sure.
Thank you very much for letting me go with the microphone. Yes, I'm having this program with 2 other colleagues. I'm not the only one, but we are managing a big program which is wide. We have it here under Capacity4dev. I really think Capacity4dev is a very nice tool. I have known it for many years, and I have felt that over the past few months, maybe over the 2 past years, that there is a renewal of Capacity4dev. It was as if it was a bit falling asleep for some time, and now it's coming back again. And I think it's great. But we are requested similar things from INPA02, another unit, which is called the branding team. And they are also doing branding the same way that you were suggesting. And they are also asking us to do project pages on the INPA website. And they are also offering, posts, social media posts, such kind of things. They are much more prescriptive than you are on how to brand the programs. But it is still a branding. So either our projects are branded as Global Gateway INPA things through 02, or they are branded and showcased through Capacity4dev. But it seems to me that we have 2 channels there, and it seems to me that they are not exactly consistent with one another, or maybe I'm wrong and I didn't understand correctly, but there are clearly 2 different options there. But maybe I'm wrong. I'm just asking the question. Thank you very much.
Maybe I can contribute here. In that sense,
yes,
I would say, Jean, that you will need to follow the 02 guidelines. I mean, we're also following those guidelines. So it's not that actually we're 2 different branding teams. Now, whether you want to publish your project on Capacity4dev or on another platform, it really depends on your needs. I know that different project teams can publish websites on such pages, but they don't have the option to, for example, add events, which is the case with the project on Capacity4dev. I mean, Capacity4dev is I mean, if you build the project page, it's literally like a mini website. You can publish library items, content that is produced in the context of this project, fact sheets, info sheets, media. If this project organizes events, you can publish those events on your project page. And another difference that perhaps worth mentioning is that whatever you publish on Capacity4dev as a project page, it stays there. So if for archiving or that is a useful element. And of course, we mentioned earlier that it's open to everybody. Projects are not the access to information is pretty much predefined in the sense that projects are public. It's not like a group that you can define, who has access to that content. So that's something that you keep in mind. So I would argue that it would be good to first figure out what are your needs from the project team and then decide which is the best place to load your projects.
Yes,
To be honest, I do acknowledge that the Capacity4dev website offers many more features and many more services, including there is no limitations on the storage capacity. For instance, we can upload videos. We have uploaded big videos on the Capacity4dev, while on the INPA website there is a strong limitation and we cannot put much on there.
Yeah, I'm familiar. And the good thing here is that I don't know how Zero to what type of support team they have. The thing is that on Capacity4dev side, we have a dedicated support team that is ready to help you. Even when it comes to videos, for example, if you don't have your own YouTube channels, we have a members channel that you can use to upload your own videos and then embed them on your project page or your groups if you have groups on Capacity4dev. So in terms of support, I think the added value of Capacity4dev is that one, that you have a team to support you in this process.
Yes, and the last thing I would like to say about that is that in Capacity4dev, you have an external community or an internal community, which means if you have a project page, only the people that navigate to your through your project page, for example, in an INTPA website, or if you have an external paid website, only the people with that link will be able to see that project. In Capacity4dev, you have an advantage of having already a public there that will be in touch with your project once you publish it. So it serves both ways. It serves for a community and as an external website. Catherine, would you like to? You have your
Yes, hi. Just
hand raised.
rewinding a bit, I caught the end of that video conversation. In previous years, I understood we had to use an external video platform and link to that. Are you saying that now you have the possibility to host videos via Capacity4dev itself? We don't have to do it on YouTube?
No. You have to upload on another platform and then you can embed in Capacity4dev. But we made available our own YouTube channel for users in case you don't have your own account.
Okay, that's clear. Thanks.
So you just send us an email to support, and we can upload it for you and give you the link so you can upload embed in your content. Thank you. Do we have other questions? Dimitris, would you like to make any
No, I see
highlights?
that, yes, something that we need to highlight and don't know exactly the background of everybody in this chat, meaning if you are from the commission side, if you are from the private sector, I imagine more or less you're involved in project management somehow, either directly or indirectly. The added value here is that many project teams face the challenge that there is no more funding anymore for communications activities for the projects, meaning that we know that Zero Two has cut budget when it comes to communication and visibility. And with Capacity4dev, this obstacle is overcome in the sense that, as Ivan mentioned earlier, no budget, no subscription fees required. It's easy to use, it's fast, there's a support team. So it really helps overcome this challenge that we know some project teams are facing, that they lack the resources, basically.
Yes. Thank you. I'll just show the last information. Getting back to the presentation. So what are the next steps then? Register to the platform if you haven't yet. Create one or more projects. We'll be glad to support you in all of this process. Join our monthly onboarding or topic-specific advanced webinars. We have one on the 18th, so next week. Dimitris put the link on the chat. We have a whole help and support section that is detailed to the max, so you can consult it, how to open a project, how to manage the project, how to manage the tabs. Every question you may have, it's probably answered there. And if not, you have the support mailbox, which is also in the chat. This is for our social media accounts, so you can scan and follow them there. So you can also analyze the possibilities of visibility you may acquire there. So that's all. Thank you so much for participating. We'll be making this recording available in the next few days. So, and we'll be sending a thank you note for everyone. Thank you so much. Have a lovely end of the week. And
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
And please
see
feel
you
free to
in-
reach out if you have further questions. We'll be happy to support you.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye. Can you hear me well? Please
Yes,
do a
we can.
thumbs. Okay. Thank you so much.